Hello Trekkies and welcome back with another character Datafile. Today we're going to talk about Major Hayes from Star Trek Enterprise. Well, Major Hayes is one of those characters that we didn't really see that much on course of the series, and he only appeared 5 episodes in the season 3 in Star Trek Enterprise, but even with these short appearances he actually made quite a big impact on the Enterprise crew, and actually he introduced us to a total different organization that we've seen in Star Trek so far ever since Deep Space Nine, and we've seen the Red Squad. That is the MACO crew.
Military Assault Command.
Captain Archer, one of the best.
Sadly, we don't know much about Major Hayes. What we do know that he's a dedicated military officer with an extreme discipline. He graduated by West Point, New York, and he completed a lunar survival training. He and his team came aboard the Enterprise in 2453 when the Enterprise headed to the Delphic Expanse to find out what the Xindi are and who the Xindi is and why they want to destroy Earth, and eventually prevent them destroying the Earth. While Captain Archer found necessary to actually have this military crew on board, Reed didn't really like the fact that someone wanted to take over the security and the tactical department on behalf of the mission. Major Hayes was really more of a military officer than a science guy, and a guy who really wants to go out and explore. He was really just focusing on his task to actually eliminate the Xindi as fast as possible. And I think that was the aspect that Reed didn't really like about him. Their conflict and their work relation went to the point when Hayes didn't really want to discuss anything with Reed. He went directly to the captain. The highlights of their conflict came to the point when he actually went to the captain and he proposed a series of tactical tests for the crew. That's basically to prepare themselves with hand-to-hand combat and prepare themselves for any scenario that they can come across with the Xindi. While the captain and the crew find this really helpful, the Reed didn't really have a good time participating with this. Obviously, this move from Hayes didn't really help Malcolm to actually have a better picture, better understanding what Hayes trying to do on board the ship. And Malcolm got actually quite paranoid, and he started to think that Hayes really wants to get rid of Malcolm in the chain of command, and he wants to have his own team, his own decision in this situation.
He's determined to take over the security of this ship, you know.
You really believe that?
Everything he does points to the fact.
Or it could also be that he wants everyone to be as prepared as possible.
They got into a really nasty fight, and actually Captain Archer had to separate them, like, yo, you are 2 major officers, just behave, not like a 5-year-old.
The last thing I need is to hear that 2 of my senior officers have been admitted to sickbay because they suddenly regressed to the level of 5-year-olds.
Captain.
Don't try to tell me who started it. Settle it. That's an order.
It was really interesting to see their common ground came together so quickly after Archer got them to actually put their critics and put their issues and conflicts behind themselves.
Think we're dismissed?
And from that point they started to be more cooperative with each other, which actually helped in their relation, in the future relation, way more in the following 2-3 appearances that actually Major Hayes was in the Enterprise crew. Even though Malcolm and Hayes became more cooperative with each other, Malcolm always had a little bit of a 3-meter distance from Hayes, and he, even though appreciated him, he always been a bit more cautious towards him. When Captain Archer got affected by a Xindi neurochemical substance, he actually put Major Hayes into command, and he ordered Major Hayes that he only should listen to him, no one else in the ship. That led to a little mutiny on board the Enterprise until they actually find a solution, find a way that they were able to put away Hayes, till the point when actually Malcolm told Hayes that, yo, I didn't really want to mess up with you, but I didn't know how much you infiltrated with the captain or how much the captain really wanted you to go for, so we couldn't risk that. So the last time when we seen Major Hayes, it was in the episode Countdown, when he was leading the rescue party to rescue Hoshisado from the Xindi reptilians. Unfortunately, the team got into a phaser fight, and while he got transported back aboard the Enterprise, he got shot during transport. That led him to have a serious and severe injury, and he died shortly after they transported him back into sickbay. Major Hayes only appeared in 5 episodes in Star Trek Enterprise in season 3, and he played by Stephen Cobb. Stephen Cobb has a really long resume in TV history. He appeared in Jag, Desperate Housewife, and recently also in The Orville, as well as the attorney for Lieutenant Lamar in the episode Majority Rules. Stephen Cope also had a brief appearance in Star Trek Nemesis, although that was a brief appearance for a deleted scene, as the new First Officer Commander Martin Madden for Star Trek Nemesis.
Captain Mike. Hello, I'm Martin Madden. I'm the new First Officer.
Commander.
Sir, I haven't met the captain yet. I was hoping that you could give me a little insight.
In fact, if you want to get on his good side, call him Jean-Luc.
Thank you, sir. Very good, Jean-Luc. Captain Riker was pulling my leg, wasn't he? Sir.
There was several speculation about what the J means in his name. They called him Lieutenant J. Hayes, but they didn't really get confirmation on his name, what was his first name. The actor said he either called Jeremiah or Jay, but we didn't really get confirmation on that in the episodes, in that 5 appearance in the Enterprise. The character itself appeared in several novelizations as well, but they didn't really get the name consistent either, so they kept calling him Jeremiah, Jay or Josh. So we still don't know what his name is. We know he could be anyone. I would really love to know what you think about his name. What would your preference would be out of these 3 possible names that would go well with Hayes, the name itself. And Lieutenant Hayes was a really memorable figurine. I do remember the very first time when he came aboard and didn't really have a good time with him. One of my favorite scenes with him was in the episode Countdown, when they discussing the rescue mission for Hoshisato, and he actually opened up towards Reed that he didn't really feel he belongs to the Enterprise crew at the very beginning, but then gradually he got to be appreciated, and he actually felt he's part of the crew. Even though he's wearing a different uniform, he's part of the Enterprise crew. Even though he's only been there for 5 episodes, that was a really interesting evolution in this character, that he was gradually accepting that he's not an outsider anymore, he's the part of the crew. He is the part of the crew, and the MACO and the Enterprise crew is basically fighting for one and only thing, that, you know, to get the Cindy out of the picture as fast as possible. This little conversation and his opinion on becoming one with the Enterprise crew reminded me of the Maquis and the Voyager crew situation in Star Trek Voyager, when they kind of felt like they're still outsiders. They had the Maquis crew in season 1, but then obviously gradually the Maquis crew combined together with the Starfleet crew, and there was just only one crew, the Voyager crew. So it was really interesting to see this sort of evolution in his character, and I really enjoyed those little moments that he actually challenged Malcolm Reed in many levels, in tactical and in personal level as well. I think he was really an interesting addition to season 3, and I think he was really a memorable character in the course of the series, in course of season 3.
Is that what this is all about? You think I want to replace you?
You just can't stand taking orders from me, can you?
I have no problems taking orders from you. After lunar survival training, I could handle just about anything.
So that was my little character data file about Major Hayes from Star Trek Enterprise. Please let me know your opinion on the comment box below about this character. Did you like this character? Did you hate this character? You would have imagined him doing some more episodes or less episodes, or just you didn't want to see him at all? What was your favorite or least favorite moment with him? Please let me know in the comment section below, and I'm looking forward to read your comments and your observation on this character. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness every week. And until next time, live long and prosper.